Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the World of Juice Hoops channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Lakers, a flashback rebuild here on NBA 2K22. That is right, we return. It is season number 29, episode number 29, and boy, is it gonna be a wild one. Let's get right into it. Let's take a first look at the game plan, taking a look at the roster. The roster is by far its worst that it's been in the entire 10-year dynasty or 11-year dynasty, whatever. I think it's 11 years that we've won championships in a row. It is by far the worst. We've got guys that are 70s getting minutes, real NBA minutes on this championship dynasty. So it is by far the worst it's been in a long, long time, since we started this dynasty 11 years ago, or 11 seasons ago, I should say. But we'll see how it goes. We've still got Elgin Baylor, who is a two-time Finals MVP in his first two seasons. Kevin Garnett is up to a 94. Magic's a 91. He gets his starting spot back because Derrick Rose said bye-bye to us. He didn't want to come back. Didn't even want to talk to us. Same thing that happened with Jaylen Brown a couple of years ago. We brought in Marvin Bagley. We brought in Malcolm Brogdon. We still have Kevin Knox. We brought back Juan Hernan-Gomez. We brought back Jermaine O'Neal. We brought in Tyrese Maxey, Lonnie Walker IV because he could shoot threes. Norm Van Leer's here now. So, I mean, it's a new cast on the bench. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do this. I don't know. Eric Gordon's the starting shooting guard, which is kind of gross to think about, but it is what it is. I definitely want to give Yao Ming some more minutes. Let's give Yao Ming some more minutes. There we go. All right, so let's do the most important thing. It's time to stop waiting around. We got to get the draft class. That's what everybody cares about. Let's get straight into it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, spin that wheel. What is the draft class we are going to be fighting for? Is it going to be a more modern one? It is. It's going to be 2014. Okay. 2014, I think, is the Joel Embiid class. And Andrew Wiggins and all those guys. I think that's that class. If I am not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's that class. And it might even be Devin Booker. No, it wouldn't be Devin Booker. But I'm pretty sure it's Joel Embiid. I'm pretty sure he's in that class. Giannis is obviously 2013. We got Giannis already. So 2014 draft class. There should be some good ones. 811. Oh, hello. 3038. I will certainly take that. There's Andrew Wiggins as the number one pick. There he is. Jabari Parker. Yep, there's Joel Embiid. And it's Nikola Jokic. That's right. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Nikola Jokic was drafted in the second round during a Taco Bell commercial. Yeah. So that's your two-time MVP in real life. Drafted during a Taco Bell commercial in the second round. Zach LaVine's in this class. Aaron Gordon, Marcus Smart. Oh, this is a good class. This is a really, well, not. It's a good class for more depth on rosters. It's not a good class in terms of like good talent in the depth. There's a lot of good role players on this team, on this class. I mean, you got Spencer Dinwiddie down here. You've got like Yusuf Nurkic. Kyle Anderson's a good role player. TJ Warren, Bubba Warren. Jordan Clarkson. I mean, Gary Harris can knock down some threes. I mean, Jeremy Grant, he didn't really perform until a couple of years ago, but he's a good player now. So this class has got some talent, but obviously you want either Andrew Wiggins or Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic. Those are the top three guys that we're going to be going after. Maybe even Marcus Smart, because Marcus Smart has turned himself into a very good player. And maybe we try and turn around a guy like Jabari Parker, who had some pretty nasty knee injuries throughout his early part of his career and kind of stunted his growth. But this is a good class. I'm excited about that. I'm very excited about that. We've taken a look at the roster. We've talked about our 11-year dynasty, and we've gotten the draft class. Let's start simulating to the All-Star draft and getting right into it. I'm excited. I want to see how good this team is or how good this team isn't. I'm very curious to see. So let's simulate to the February 6th All-Star draft. I will see you guys there. Okay, so we bring you guys back in. It's February 6th. We are the 1 seed, but we have been battling with the San Antonio Spurs. As you can see, they are having a fantastic season, 40-15. And for a large portion of this year, this early part of the schedule, we were in second place. And that's something that we haven't had on our minds in a long time. We haven't been second place for a while. Elgin Baylor has had a couple of little knee injuries, but nothing too too crazy, and he's got about 21 points per game, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Kevin Garnett's putting up some crazy numbers with 18 points, 10 rebounds, basically 7 assists. Magic Johnson's got 15 points. He's doing good as the starting point guard. Marvin Bagley's even doing good, but Marvin Bagley's old. He was putting up some good numbers in his career. He was putting up some 20 pieces for a couple of seasons there in Phoenix. He was doing really well. But he's become a little bit more of a role player. Now, Kobe is down to a 70, or he's up to a 70. I guess he's started like a 77, I think, this season. But he's 38 years old. So he is doing his steady decline from what he used to be. Now, don't look at this. This is just a glitch thing. He didn't get traded to Detroit and then to the Pelicans. That never happened. He was always a Laker. You can check the footage. Kobe Bryant, since he's been drafted, has always been a Laker. He's having a decent year. Kevin Knox off the bench is doing okay. He bumped up his scoring a lot. He may be a win most improved. Who knows? Yao Ming has gone down in his scoring, but he is, I guess, doing okay. I don't really know. Malcolm Brogdon's doing good as a role player. Eric Gordon is the starting shooting guard, is not really putting up enough numbers that I like to see. And then these three guys haven't really played at all. So who's on the Spurs team? Let's take a look at the league leaders, though. Russell Westbrook is pretty handily holding on to this scoring title. It looks like Russell Westbrook, that's a hard name to say for some reason, is starting to come into his own as the dominant scorer that he is. His rebound numbers aren't really there, but his assist numbers are. And he looks like he's going to be taking over the league because this could be his second scoring title. Ben Simmons on the Rockets is starting to play very well. And that's looking pretty good. So who's on the Spurs team? Who is on the San Antonio Spurs that they would be so good? They have, this is where Derrick Rose went. And they also have Spencer Haywood, who's been a very good player in his career, and Patrick Williams has been pretty good too. This is where Derrick Rose signed, and he's averaging 23. Okay. So it's good to see Derrick Rose dominating, not on the Lakers. He was kind of getting held back here. He was starting to make his ascension in these last couple of years, but now he's really taken over. This is his team in San Antonio. Okay, I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that. Who's the All-Star draft? Team Russell, Team Spencer. So even with playing with Derrick Rose, Spencer Haywood is an All-Star captain along with Russell Westbrook. Haywood, he drafts LeBron, Ben Simmons, Shea, Derrick Rose. So he drafts his teammate. Bill Russell, Dr. J, Fred Brown, Sidney Wicks, Rasheed Wallace, Sidney Moncrief, Trae Young. And then Russell Westbrook drafts Giannis, Anthony Edwards, Artis Gilmore, George McGinnis, Luka, Kevin Garnett, JoJo White, Magic Johnson, James Wiseman, Antonio McDyson, Elgin Baylor. So we get 3 All-Stars all on the reserves of Team Russell Westbrook. I will take that. Very, very good. But now we've got to battle Derrick Rose and the San Antonio Spurs for first place in the Western Conference. Can we hold on to this first place? I really hope so. I don't want to be the 2 seed, but I guess we'll see what happens. Let's get to the awards in the end of the season. I will see you guys there. Season is wraps, and then, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. It finally happened. Hallelujah. Giannis has fallen. Ben Simmons, his former teammate, has taken the throne. Give me the crown, he says. Ben Simmons is the MVP of the league, averaging about 26, 10, 8, and 2 with horrible shooting splits, but that's okay because he's MVP. Isaiah Thomas is the Rookie of the Year. Jalen Smith is the 6th Man of the Year. Giannis does take home another Defensive Player of the Year, but no MVP for him. John Williamson is the Most Improved Player. Elijah Samuel is the Coach of the Year, and Zachary Staples, I think that's the Spurs guy, because that's our record right there, 64-18. So that must be the Spurs guy right there. All right. All-NBA first team, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, Ben Simmons, Giannis, and Artis Gilmore. Second team is Shea, DeJounte, Dr. J, Kevin Garnett, and Wayne Embry. We get an All-NBA second teamer? I'll take that every day of the week. Luka Doncic, Isaiah Thomas, Elgin Baylor, McGinnis, and Wiseman on the third team. So 2 All-NBA players this season for us. That's awesome. JoJo White, Magic Johnson, Giannis, Dr. J, Bill Russell on the first team for defensive. Casey Jones, Don Hole, Kevin Garnett, Jaren Jackson, Roy Hibbert. Kevin Garnett must have had a great season. And here's the All-Rookie first team. Here's the All-Rookie second team. And then we move on to the playoffs. Spurs are the 2nd seed as expected. Let's take a look at our final player stats. So it's basically the same thing. Elgin Baylor led the team in scoring, had a really good season. Kevin Garnett also had a pretty solid season. Double-double, putting up about 19 points per game. He should have won Most Improved Player. Magic had a really good year coming off of a down year being on the bench. And he comes back in the starting lineup and plays pretty well. Marvin Bagley even played pretty well for being a backup now in LA. Kevin Knox had another good season. Yao Ming had a decent season. Kobe didn't really have that great of a season. I just retire, Kobe, please. At this point, just save us the suffering of watching you crumble on the court. I don't want to see that. Just retire. You're a Hall of Famer. You're already in the Hall of Fame. You've been in the Hall of Fame for 2 years now, I think, and you're still playing. The game inducted you 2 years ago or 3 years ago at this point. Just retire, Kobe. You've already done it. You're a living legend. Norman Van Leer and Juan Hernan Gomez actually got some playing time because I think Yao Ming got hurt and they substituted in Hernan Gomez. So that's what our stats look like. The league leader, Russell Westbrook, firmly takes home back-to-back scoring titles. Anthony Edwards, Ben Simmons, the MVP. I would have gave it to Russell Westbrook, if we're being honest. Then you got, where's Derrick Rose at? He finished 10th in scoring. And then you got Giannis, who had another really good season, but not good enough to win the MVP again. Interesting, very interesting. Who are we playing in the playoffs? First round, we're taking on Phoenix. Who's Phoenix got? Phoenix has Jay Williams, Jaylen Brown, Mike Dunleavy, Anthony Bennett, and Wendell Carter Jr. So 2 former Lakers, Jaylen Brown and Anthony Bennett. All right, this is going to be interesting. Jaylen Brown said, I don't want to be in LA anymore. I want to go forge my own path. And he chose Phoenix, and we'll see if that's backfiring on him here. It is in the first 3 games, and we swept him. He couldn't do anything. Lonnie Walker's injured, but he's back now. The Spurs move on, and they're taking on the Rockets. We are taking on the Pelicans, who have Lucius Allen, Kelly Tripucka, Larry Kennan, Anthony Randolph, and DeAndre Ayton. Another former Laker in DeAndre Ayton. Okay. I think we should very easily get through these boys. They took a game from us. They took 2 games from us. The Spurs swept. Okay, we're going to 6, and there we go. So we are facing the Spurs and Derrick Rose. It is the match that was predicted at the beginning of the season. Well, not by me, but I'm guessing by the NBA crowd. Okay, so they got Malcolm Brogdon starting instead of Eric Gordon now. That's interesting. And Marvin Bagley starting and Kevin Garnett starting and not Yao Ming. Okay, very interesting lineup, but it's gotten this far, so I'm not going to change anything. I guess Elgin Baylor and Kevin Garnett are just carrying us. But we got to go up against Derrick Rose. This is going to be a big matchup. This is going to be a very big matchup. Game 1 is a Laker victory. Spurs take game 2. I would not be surprised if we lose this series. But, oh, there we go. We got in 6. I thought Derrick Rose was going to do it. Did he have a good game? 17 in the final. That's not that great of a game. Oh, we shut him down. Magic Johnson put him on clamps. Magic Johnson put Derrick Rose on clamps. Absolute, utter blender he was in. All right. And we're taking on the Indiana Pacers. Kevin Knox is injured for the season. They have Casey Jones, Gary Trent Jr., Gene Banks, George McGinnis, and Artis Gilmore. Artis Gilmore's been a very good player for a lot of years, ever since he came in the league. It's a 1 versus 1. Let's see who wins. This could be our 12th championship in a row. And they took another game. But it looks like in 5, we are going to be NBA champions for the 12th straight year. Actually, the Pacers could take another game from us. That looks like what's going to happen. Oh, we're fighting back. It's a tight one. There's a minute left. I'm jumping in, and I won't. I will not play the stuff. I only play the games, or I only jump in when it's like a absolute blowout. So let's see what happens here. 56 seconds for an NBA championship. 12 in a row. Can the Lakers do it? Magic Johnson with the ball off the inbound. He's just going to waste as much clock. There's the double team. They give it to Elgin Baylor. Down. Oh, I thought it was going to be down low to Kevin Garnett. It goes over to the wing to Magic Johnson. There's the double team. Down low to Kevin Garnett on Artis Gilmore. He finds Marvin Bagley, but Artis Gilmore blocks it. Oh, Artis Gilmore saves the game-winning bucket, or go-ahead bucket, I should say. What a block from Gilmore. Bagley thought he had it, too. Great block from Gilmore there. It is Laker ball, though, with 38 seconds left. What is going to happen here? Kobe's in the game now. Was he in the game already? I don't even know. Kobe feeds to Magic, who gives to Elgin Baylor, the team captain, to Kevin Garnett. He puts it up. A hook. No good. Elgin Baylor with the rebound. Out to Garnett. To Magic. Oh, this game is wild. Nobody can get open. Kobe. Can he do it? Kobe. Yeah! The Mamba! One last ride! One last ride! Mamba mentality! Ice in the veins! Kobe Bean Bryant! With the shot that might have just secured his Lakers a 12th championship in a row. It had to be. It had to be. The inbound from Banks. He gives to KC Jones. 20 seconds on the clock. A screen from Gary Trent Jr. Jones gonna drive, layup, hook, floater. It's good. It's a 1-point game. 14 seconds. 1-point lead for LA. Trent will foul. Kobe will go to the line. No, he won't. I thought we were in the bonus. My bad. We'll probably be in the bonus after this one, though. Bagley. He will inbound to Magic, maybe? Gotta get it in. Trent will tip it out of bounds. All right, we'll go again. 13 seconds left. Where's Bagley going? It's got to be Kobe, right? It is Kobe. Trent will foul, and now we're in the bonus. So the Mamba will shoot 2 to put us back up by 3. At 38 years old, Kobe Bryant may have just secured his 12th championship in a row. His 13th altogether. We are up by 2. He missed the second free throw. Got to play good defense here. Last shot is going to be KC Jones. No, he goes down to McGinnis. McGinnis puts it up. He missed, and the Lakers are champions for the 12th straight year. McGinnis put it up, but he missed. What a wild game. Kobe Bryant. It had to be. It had to be. What a wild game. And your Los Angeles Lakers are world champions for the 12th year in a row. Elgin Baylor's probably going to get this finals MVP. But we wouldn't be in this situation. We would have had to go to another game if it wasn't for the all-time Laker, Mr. LA, Kobe Bean Bryant. Congratulations to the boys. We get another Larry O to hang on to put on the shelf. Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. Man, Kobe, you gotta retire after that. You won us the championship. You scored the last 5 points to win us that game. I know you're not gonna win Finals MVP. Yeah, it's gonna be Elgin Baylor for the 3rd straight year, but you gotta give us a retirement after that. You can't come back after that. That was the perfect send-off. A beautiful way to kick or to end your career. 28 points, 4 assists. He led the team in scoring in his final game. Hopefully it's his final game. 18, 8, and 10 for Elgin Baylor. 18 and 8 for Marvin Bagley. 10, 9, 7 for Kevin Garnett. 8, 5, and 12 for Magic Johnson. What a wild game. What an absolute wild game. 3 in a row for Elgin Baylor. Kobe's got to retire. Please, Kobe. Just retire. Please. I'm begging you. Dwayne Wade retires. It's a Hall of Fame career for Dwayne Wade. He's got some championships. He's got 2 NBA championships that he was with us for, 7 All-Star appearances. It's a Hall of Fame career for Dwayne Wade. Gonna be sad to see him go. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Hall of Fame career based solely on his scoring. I mean, he was a 12-time All-Star. He was on the All-NBA team. That's a Hall of Fame career for me. Abdur-Rahim makes it. Purvis Short, probably not a Hall of Famer. Please, Kobe, retire. Kobe, you're killing me. Just retire. I mean, you can't have a more poetic end to your career than hitting the game-winning 3 and then the free throw that added to it. I mean, you cannot tell me that's not poetic. You got to retire, Kobe. Please. We'll see if those guys are Hall of Famers. Tim Duncan also in the Hall of Fame. I didn't see him on that list, but it might be a situation like how Evan Mobley and Kobe were in the Hall of Fame before they even retired. Dwayne Wade, certainly a Hall of Famer. Sharif Abdur-Rahim, based solely on his scoring. He had some crazy scoring seasons, and he's in the Hall of Fame too. Congratulations to those guys. Wade gets his number 3 retired in Phoenix, and Tim Duncan gets his number 21 retired in New York. Good for those guys. Happy to see them. Happy to see them prospering. And this is the year to have some big-time picks. This is the year to have the big-time picks. We've got the number 3rd odds with the Golden State Warriors. We will have pick 14, thanks to the Miami Heat. We've got a couple other picks in there that we can think about possibly getting top one. I really hope we get number 1 overall pick. I'm probably going to take... Who do we take? Do we take Embiid or do we take Jokic? That's a big question. Ooh, we moved into the top 4 with that pick. That's huge. That's actually really big. Denver gives us the 10th pick. Thank you, Denver. So we should have 2 picks in the top 4, or at least around that spot. 1 guaranteed to be in the top 4. I don't know what the Golden State one's going to be, but 1 that just moved up. We moved up a lot. We were pick 11. That was our best. That was our odds, and we moved up to 4. That's crazy. The Clippers get the 7th pick. The Celtics are up next, and they get the 6th pick. They got impending free agent Luka Doncic. That's interesting. Oh, you got to be kidding me. We are on a magical run here. We are moving up. We're into the top 4. We're top 3 with 2 picks. We've got 2 of the top 3 picks in the draft, ladies and gentlemen. We get pick 3 thanks to Golden State. It's us and the Kings. It's us and the Kings. And we've got the number 1 overall pick. I didn't even have to draft. I didn't even have to trade. Oh my God, who was it? Who moved us up this? Portland, the Portland Trailblazer pick gave us number 1. So we have 1, we have 3, we have 10, we have 14, we have 18, we have 23, and we have 26. Wow, that's a lot of draft picks. With the number 1 overall pick, I probably take either Jokic or Embiid. With the 3rd pick, I take hopefully either one of those guys that's left, or Andrew Wiggins maybe, or Jabari Parker. I don't know, it's up in the air. I haven't really decided yet. But as far as trades, let's see. Who should we trade? We should probably trade... Kobe still hasn't retired yet. Just retire, Kobe, please. Just retire. We should probably trade Marvin Bagley. And we should probably trade... That's a lot of first-round picks. Holy crap. We have a lot of first-round picks. Roy Hibbert could be interesting in a 51st top 3 protected pick. I don't really want that. How about you give me, not 2051 first-round pick, protected, but you give me top 51 first-round pick unprotected. They have a counter offer. They'll give me another first-round pick, and they want Lonnie Walker and a 2nd. I can certainly do that. I don't mind. I don't mind. Give me Roy Hibb. Give me the Hibb man. I'll take him. Let's trade Eric Gordon and 2 more first-round picks, because we certainly don't need all these first-round picks. So we can get Marvin Bagley back. I could just give the Jazz a bunch of picks. That'd be crazy. We could get Trae Young. How old is Trae Young now? He's 34. We could get DeAndre Jordan in a first. I don't really want DeAndre Jordan, I don't think. Tom Chambers is young. How old is DeAndre? He's only 25. You know what? I don't hate it. What about if I ask him for a first-round pick in 2053 from the Rockets? They ask for Kobe? You ask for Kobe? Are you out of your mind? Asking for Kobe Bean Bryant? I'll give you... No, I'm not going to give you Malcolm Brogdon. He's got too much value. I'll give you another pick, though. I'll give you 14. They have a counter offer, and they want Kobe. They really, really, really want Kobe. But I can't do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can give you Juan Hernangomez. And they want a first-round pick in 2054. They'll give me Jay Vincent. That's my first-round pick in 2054, so I'll do that trade. Yeah, sure. Okay. So we kept Kobe. And we have this dude now that I don't want, Jay Vincent. And we have 3 picks. But we have a ton of picks in 2051. Actually, a ton of picks in 2051. All right. So What do we do here? Do we keep the 10th pick? We might keep the 10th pick. I'm definitely trading that Vincent dude. I don't really care for him. I don't even know who he is. So we'll trade him, get something for him, I guess. Who do we get? We can get a first-round pick in Darnell Valentine. We can get 2 first-round picks for him from the Hawks. Say no more. Say less. Let's go to the NBA draft. Welcome to the 2050 NBA draft. The Los Angeles Lakers are on the clock. Who do we take? Who do the Kings take? That's a big question. No, I'm not going to trade the pick. Choose prospect. Do we take Embiid? Do we take Jokic? I don't really know what to do. We're not going to take Wiggins, not yet at least. Embiid or Jokic? Embiid or Jokic? That's really who it is. It's really what it's up to. It's Embiid or Jokic. Let's do Embiid. Let's take Joel Embiid with the first overall pick in the draft, and then we'll see what the Kings do. If they take Jokic, that's fine. I guess it's gonna hurt. They take Jabari. Isn't that who they took in real life? I think that's who it is. And now we got Jokic available. Or we got Andrew Wiggins. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that we take Andrew Wiggins, I guess. There's Jokic. Should we take Wiggins and make him a star? I like that. Let's take Andrew Wiggins. I like that. Jokic is going to be good, but let's take Andrew Wiggins. I think that's pretty fun. The Chicago Bulls take Jokic with the 4th pick. Not shocking at all. Clint Capella goes 5. 6 to the Celtics is Zach LaVine, Aaron Gordon, Julius Randle. The Kings are up again. They take, I was going to take Marcus Smart. Okay. I was probably going to take Marcus Smart with that pick. That's all right. So we've got not a lot of good options here. Jeremy Grant's not a bad one. Jordan Clarkson's not horrible. Okay. We don't have like the great options. Jeremy Grant's not bad. I kind of want to turn somebody into a star. Somebody that's not known for being a star. I want to turn them into a star. Maybe that's TJ Warren, but we already drafted a small forward. we could probably use a guard. Is there a decent guard down here that I think we should go for? Probably not. So let's go up to the top. Elfrid Payton, I'm not really feeling it. Who is another guard here? Tyler Johnson, not really feeling that either. Jordan Clarkson, I mean, maybe. Let's take Jordan Clarkson. I've always been a fan of Jordan Clarkson. Let's sim to the end of the draft. We took our 3 picks. Sucks that Marcus Smart. I was going to take Marcus Smart too. Embiid's a 78. Parker's a 78. I really hope he blossoms. Andrew Wiggins is a 78. Jokic is a 76. Levine's a 76. Marcus Smart's a 76. Man, I really hate that. Clarkson's 73. Any notable second round talent? Is there any notable players in the second round? Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber. Anybody else? Anybody else? Doesn't really look like it. All right, so that's the draft. We will sign all 3 of these guys happily, and we will go to player options, accept the player options for those guys. That's good to see. Qualifying offers, we have Kevin Garnett. We're going to probably have to pay him a decent bag. He's the highest rated player in free agency. He's restricted, so that's good. Let's take a look at the squad. So we have our point guard in Magic and Malcolm Brogdon. We have Kobe and Jordan Clarkson. We have Elgin Baylor and Andrew Wiggins. We have no power forward, but we have a ton of centers because we got those guys in trades. You know what? I think I'm going to trade Yao Ming. He hasn't really done much for us. He's been a decent player, but I was expecting some dominance from Mr. Yao. So let's trade him. We got some decent players. We don't really need him. There's Tim Duncan, even though we saw him go to the Hall of Fame. And we do need a power forward. Let's trade him for Tim Duncan. Just get all the veterans on the squad. He goes to the Boston Celtics. Let's trade DeAndre Jordan probably, because we don't need him. Let's trade him for maybe a guard, like a point guard or something. Let's do that. So we can get some first round picks. We can get Dikembe. Carlos Boozer is intriguing. Killian Hayes, but he's older, and we have to give up Kobe. I'm not giving up Kobe. Mitchell Robinson, Rudy Gobert, Tyrell Terry. There's some decent picks. Obviously, those first-round picks are enticing, but we don't really need first-round picks at this point. I'm very intrigued by Carlos Boozer. Let's trade for Carlos Boozer and not Eric Murdoch. But how about instead you give me... Cole Anthony. I know he's a little bit older, but there we go. All right, so that's another point guard. So that's awesome. So now the team is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need to sign some backup bigs. So let's sign a shooting guard and a big man because we're bringing back Garnett. So let's sign a shooting guard and a big man. Let's see, Patrick McCaw. Let's bring him in. And we will also bring in, who's a center we could bring in? There's James Wiseman. There's Kareem. Let's see. Oh, I guess we could just bring back Jermaine O'Neal on a 1-year minimum. That's fine. Yeah, he's prepared to accept an offer from the Nuggets. I was prepared to match it, so we will do that. I wonder where Luka went. There's Rasheed Wallace. He made it to actual free agency. That's pretty interesting. So let's go to sign players. So Dr. J signed with the Warriors. Luka signs with the Pistons. Kareem with the Blazers. LeBron to the Celtics. LaMelo to the Celtics. Remember, we traded Yao Ming to the Celtics, so we're going to have to watch out for the C's, man. They're going to be crazy. James Wiseman back with the Hawks. Yeah, he's been with the Hawks his entire career except for the few years he spent in L.A. Very interesting. Kevin Knox goes to the 76ers. Josh Green to the Timberwolves. All right, so the Celtics are going to be pretty impressive. Let's go to player progression. We'll take a look at the Celtics before we end the video, just to see what their roster's looking like. But player progression, Kevin Garnett's a 97, Elgin Baylor's a 95, Magic's a 91 still, Hibbert's 87, Duncan drops, Boozer goes to a 79. Everybody else seems to stay the same. Couple guys drop even more. All right, okay. Let's take a look at this Celtics roster in a second. I'm very curious. They got LeBron, they've got LaMelo, they've got Yao Ming. Those are the guys that we know they have. Let's take a look at it. Who do they have? The Boston Celtics. They have LaMelo, LeBron, Yao Ming, and then Drew Gooden, Bo Lamar, Zach LaVine they drafted. Okay, so if Yao Ming develops and then Zach LaVine develops, that could be a nice duo for a couple of years. Because LeBron, who knows how long he's going to last, and LaMelo is 32. He could last a little bit longer. So they're not going to be, like, crazy good. They're not like that Warriors team that was from a couple of years ago with Giannis and Luka. That was crazy. But they're a good team. They got 2 90s and an 89, plus a young Zach LaVine as a rookie. So, I mean, they're going to be a pretty solid team. We'll have to keep an eye out for them next episode and see how good they do in their first year together. But as you guys know, this is the roster that we put together. We got Magic Johnson. We got Jordan. They want Jordan Clarkson to start. That's how bad that's how bad Kobe's got. And Kobe, they don't even want him getting minutes. Kobe's getting minutes. This is Kobe freaking Bryant, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting him some freaking minutes. We're taking away from Carlos Boozer if we have to. Because we're getting Kobe being Bryant some freaking minutes. Okay? You know what I'm talking about? It's Kobe Bryant. We're going to drag him on the court if he's in a casket. That's what we're going to do. That's a bad word. I shouldn't say that. But this is what the roster's looking like. We got a lot of old guys. We got Magic, who's old. We've got Brogdon, who's old. Duncan is old. He's already in the Hall of Fame. We've got Kobe's in the Hall of Fame. We got 2 guys that are technically retired. Jermaine O'Neal is also old. Cole Anthony's old. We got 2 guys that just got inducted in the Hall of Fame. Tim Duncan just got inducted in the Hall of Fame this past offseason, and now he's on our team. That's pretty funny. But hopefully he can get a championship next year. We won our 12th straight championship. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Main channel link is in the description down below if you want to go check that out as well. I got Madden content on there on the World of Juice channel, everything, MLB The Show, all kinds of stuff. But if you want to stick around on this channel, the second channel, feel free. I got a lot of content on this channel as well. So thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.